Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday to you. Easter Saturday. Well, we woke up to a bright blue sunny sky, and already at about 9:15 the clouds have taken over. Rain is on the way for the next 4 days. Oh, if we can make it to Thursday, then we're good for as far as the eye can see for that. But we got projects today. You see the tree right here. We got to stick that in today. Let's go out front. We've talked about this a little bit. There's Jen's moving the Mazda there, and she's going to move her car to the foot of the driveway. And what we need to do is, I'm just really tired of being restricted trying to get this RV out of the back. You can see some of the overhang here, and it really makes it a mess. I'm going to get the ladders out today. I'm going to get the Sawzall, and we're just going to do a job. I know I'm going to be all bundled up today. It's like, what would you say, clear-cut Saturday, or Rosie joins the Civilian Conservation Corps or something like that. So Missy Jen just moved the Mazda, so what she's going to do now is move her car down to the end so it's all clear of any, I don't want her finish to be scratched up with anything. But if you remember the grass last year, it really looked bad, didn't it? And look at how nicely this is all filled in. Now we've got plenty of water this year on the well, so we don't have to worry about using the well water. Any water we draw out, the water table is so full below, it's just going to go right back into that well.
The heck out of that.
Yeah, so we can keep everything going really good this summer. Although I have to be honest, we haven't had much of a warm spring so far, which is fine. As you guys know, I've had my surgery.
It's gonna start this week.
Yeah, Thursday. If we could just make it to Thursday. Yeah, but we've got rain coming in Easter Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday should be it. I'm not going to be around next Saturday, so I need to get some stuff done this Saturday. So I'm going to get the equipment set up. We're going to get underway. We want to make sure we can get all of these back as much as possible, and to do that we're going to have to go down and get some of these at the trunk and cut them off. These things are so leggy now. What I want them to do is start to bush out a little bit from some of those spots, and hopefully they'll look like the ones back in the back here. You see how nice and tight they are in there. So as long as we maintain by side cutting, we should be okay. Once this is done, then Jen and I we're more apt to take the RV out, because now it's a PIA factor. It's a pain in the ass factor, because you know you're going to be scraping everything up on top, and I hate to hear that. So today should be the day. And then up here on the corner, we want to plant that. Jen, you got to move back some more. All the way to the sidewalk. All the way to the sidewalk back there is safe, because this is, I'm getting up here too, okay? Either that or stick it on the street, one or the other. So your call. So we got a busy day ahead, guys. So let's get to it. Let's get electrified out here, and let's get started. We're going to start down at this end and sweep our way through. We're going to drag all of this stuff into the back. I'm not going to worry about disposal of it yet, just getting it there. And then gradually I might be able to cut it up with the Sawzall and pile it. But for now, we're not going to worry about it. We just need to get this done. I'll tell you, Jen, if you got a Rancho or something like that, let me tell you guys, these Sawzalls are fantastic. I don't know why they don't feature them more for gardening stuff. You put the wrecking blade on like I used when I was first doing the demolition on the all the buildings here and everything. Man, this thing kicks ass. You look at the job it did on the bathroom, cutting away all those old rotten studs and things. The thing is magnificent for that. So I'm going to go ahead and get the extension cord set up. I'm going to get some very heavy gloves on today. This bottle brush tends to be very scratchy, so I want to kind of protect myself here. But man, if you have a Rancho or a small place, a lot of trees or stuff, forget about pruning saws and stuff. Get yourself one of these sawzalls and just rip through that stuff and get her done, baby. Nice clean cuts. Woo! All right, guys, first cut done right down here. I can say that turned out pretty good. It already flattened this front plane now. All I have to do is pull them away, and I'll deal with kind of trying to reduce the content of that. But that already opened this up tremendously right here, almost on the same plane as the fence side here. So I'm really happy that the first drop is successful. So this is going to be a surgical kind of job. We're just not going to willy-nilly take stuff out here, okay? You can see how that first cut opened up over here. Let me shield that a little bit, so it took that part away. Now, coming forward here, this is the next one that I want to go right here, and I'm probably going to cut this one pretty low down here. So let me go ahead and set up for this one. Big haul out. Ooh, this will give a good workout today. If you turn that way, Jen, you can already see how opened up it is already over there. This is going to be real nice for getting out of here. So we haul another big boy back. Quite a little bog on over here. I put the heavy trunks at that end so I can cut off and get good sized logs for burning here, and then we'll just work down to some of the smaller branches and stuff, and just when they dry, just run over that with the lawnmower. It'll mulch them up and everything. Take some time. We're gonna have a much bigger pile here when we're done. So, all right. I think if you show people up the side, we've opened up a lot. Already there. So. Woo! Let's keep going. You tired yet?
I'm ready for a nap.
The old broad's still doing it, huh?
Yep. Unstoppable.
You got that clear. Number 1 is now clear on here. All clear. So now we're going to work on number 2 position here. I think I'll get this one out first. I'll see you guys in a minute. Like building a pyramid. I'll tell you, this bottle brush is some kind of tough wood, but we've now opened up the third position here, right? A little more over here. These are some big pieces here. Do is just get the it's nice if we can pre-cut on spot and then get them piled at the wood pile. It'll make these things much lighter to haul back. But position number 3 is open here. I think that looks pretty good, Jeff. Compared to where we came from here, wow, it's like night and day. I figure we got about 8 more cuts to make down here, so we'll see you guys in a bit. I'm gonna kind of dispatch this tree a little bit, get that cut down to the logs that you see right there, and we'll be down to the small stuff. So, too heavy. This bottle brush is really a very dense, very hard wood. See you in a bit. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for a break. We have now gone down and done 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're working on number 5 of 6. And boy, has this is just amazing looking now. I'm so happy. You don't have to worry about these growing back. These are really tough. These things are almost impossible to eradicate. And you can look at the wood over here. This we've got some really big ones. These things are almost like trees now. This is, like I said, it's a very dense and very heavy wood. I don't guess it has any commercial value in Australia, but we got some little bit of micro cut backing to do. But yeah, this is going to look like a different property. It's going to look like the property grew like 50% out front when we're done. But I've got a lot of work to do, a lot of cutting, getting these down to pool size pieces here. So I'm gonna stop, take a break, and then come out and do some more cutting, and then pull them to the back. We've got some enormous piles in the back already here. Woo, man, what a haul job to the back. I'll tell you, when you see what we got in the back there. But we're more than halfway done now. And then at the bottom, they'll bush out from the bottom and sucker up and fill in, and that'll be nice, and they won't be the real heavy branches. So I think about got a little more to do on number 3, and then we're more than halfway. This one isn't going to need a lot, but we're going to be aggressive in cutting this stuff back, that's for sure, to let some more light in down here too. Okay, the back is a mess back there. We got so much brush, but at least we're getting the big logs cut here. I had to change blades. Finally just bite the bullet and get this stuff done once and for all. The way we do it, strategically do our last cut. Be very careful. over here and that should be it. So it's been a big job. It's going to be about another hour. We're not going to do any mulching or really cutting up of the fine stuff, but we got a lot of logs here already, a lot of stuff to burn. So all right guys, well, it certainly looks like a much bigger property now if Jen turns that around and just looks down that side right there. Nothing's going to scrape an RV now coming through. That's exactly what we want to hear. This is going to be the biggest one here. I guess I'll do this multiply, so I have to be careful of Jen's car.
I'm gonna move my car over there.
Move your, okay. Alright, so she's going to move her car. This one will fall, but I'm not going to cut the other one until she moves the car forward. This will be our last big cut here. So we'll move some of this stuff out, and it's just a matter of doing all the final cutting on it. So I'm really glad to see how much this is open. Victory!
Pile is growing and growing back here. And as you can see, most of it is just a thin brush. Rosie's cutting out the thick stuff up front. And then we're just dragging the thinner stuff back here, and then it's gonna take probably a couple of months to get rid of that. I'm gonna try to maybe cut up some of that and put it in that green trash can every week. Fill up the trash can with some of that. And Rosie will try to mulch some of that up with the lawnmower. So between the two of us, we'll probably get that work done eventually. So yeah, let's go up front and see how it looks. As you can see, big difference from before. Big difference, eh? So yeah, you got it all cut.
A lot of logs, huh?
So this is how she's doing it here. She's cutting the logs here.
Just resting this like a sawhorse and just cutting these. So we only have to mulch up. I've got a big problem with the lawnmower that I'll talk about in the next video.
Yeah, I can cut up some of the stuff, put it in the green can too,
So
every week.
got another hour. Should be done the big cutting. Just made the big piles in the back.
Yeah, I already showed everybody the big pile.
Yeah, we got a huge piles in the back. It's going to be a lot bigger too.
And that's
We're done, but we never have to worry about pulling an RV, a bus, anything in here again. That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing.
So this is the final last stuff here that she's still gotta cut up. So another hour, and then that'll be the big project for this weekend here. This is probably the biggest project for this year, I think. So yeah, it's look at this from over here, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. You can easily now come in here with the Bluebird, Blue Jay, or whatever they're called. Maybe even a Volvo bus, a school bus or something. And yeah, just shoot right through that gate there and park it. Woo! Check this out. Rosie girl, my Rosie girl is a bull. Look at this. Look at all the stuff she cut off. It's almost all of the stuff here is gone. Final cleanup. Look how she's lugging that wood around.
Yeah, the old broad still could put a day in like the 20-year-old.
Yeah.
No worries at all. So just about wrapped up. I'm going to have Jen come out. It's going to be like the capstone of the pyramids. And I cut off that last little overhang, and then we will have succeeded. There's some micro trimming to do, but we would have succeeded in exactly what we wanted to do, opening this up and having total freedom to go and come without having to worry about scratching, squeezing through, and all that. So it's fantastic. See you on the wrap up.
Very proud of you. And let me tell you, son, you are gonna be putting, or you are putting a lot of the 20 to 30-year-old here on YouTube to shame.
Get out there, work hard, work your ass off, then live your big dreams.
That's right.
All right.
Woo!
Woo.
Cutting that wood like a tigress.
We got how many logs out of this thing?
Wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow.
I better haul that one back in a couple minutes or I won't be able to do it. Well, been at this, what, about 5 hours or so far. So, I always tend to underestimate how long it'll, just a little cut and pull, but you can see some of the trunks on some, these things are really heavy here. So there's a lot of density. This is a very dense wood. It's not like dried, kiln dried pine for construction, you know. It's pretty much wide open now as I'm looking down there. Like I said, it needs some micro trimming, but we're gonna next weekend remove a lot of this dead stuff down here once we get the waste recycle can emptied. Get the brakes out and clean that up a little bit. All right, I'll have a wrapper in a minute. But for now, big cutting is done. It's just a matter of cleaning up for the day and doing a victory lap. See how dirty it is. Woo. Big thanks to Missy Jen too, as usual. She just can't sit down and watch somebody else work. She's right in there pitching in, doing what she can. Much appreciated, honey. Very much appreciated. Alright, and I'll tell you guys once again, the greatest tool of all, the Sawzall. This thing just makes light work of everything when it comes to, well, clearing brush and everything else. I know a chainsaw is great and all that, but nothing like a Sawzall too. And I already have it. See the debris pile that we got in the back. Taller than I am. Hoping a lot of this I can just chop up with the mower, but the mower's got a serious problem we'll talk about maybe tomorrow. So we got a lot of brush that was cleared off. Still a lot more cutting. When I first started just pulling big branches back, then I tried to sort of pre-cut them so that they would be chippable size with the mower. This is a very powerful mower up here, this old Craftsman. When they still made things the right way, and show the size of some of these cut up. And here is all these cuts today for all of this. Whew. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot, trust me. Well, the big deal now is, as we've said all along here, to get the RV out now is a breeze. There is so much room on the left side. It's almost on the same plane as this. And it's going to be much more conducive to feeling like taking the RV out. I'll show you the street view looking in. I think you'll agree it's like night and day. Block that sun a little bit, but you can certainly see that it just opened all that up. We can put some more plantings in there. Eventually put some gravel or a concrete driveway here, but there's no doubt in the world that's going to be easier to get an RV in and out now. And that was Operation RV Freedom. Thanks so much for being along today, guys. It's always a pleasure to have you. A lot of people love it when Rosie is engaged in a project. Well, we had a hell of a project here today, and I'm going to be sore and paying the price for that, but I'm going to be smiling. This is something that I should have probably done, what, 5 years ago? Well, almost 6 years when I moved here, to clear that back and just open that all up. And I never really thought I would have an RV at that time, but I certainly have one now. And Little Rascal is going to be one happy camper van. Just to leave on another kind of crappy note, you know, these air conditioning covers are like paper mache when they get too much UV. You can see that one either a branch or something busted through there coming down, but I'm gonna have to buy a new replacement top for that. Thumbs up or appreciated, everybody. Nice comments down below, and stay tuned. We're not done this job by a long shot. Thanks again.